Stand up, New York Knicks fans. This is the final time at City we get to do this. This team has been on a heck of a defense pitching tear in the last month plus. 319 batting average, ERA, 217 opposition batting average, only 0.7 homers per 9 innings, and a 1.15 whip rate for the Mets since August 1st alone. Since June 1st, on the other hand, you want to know what their record has been to get it to 84 and 68? 60 and 33. 60 and 33 going into this one in the last 3 months alone. For Philadelphia, their magic number to get a playoff spot is down to 1. They couldn't get from the Braves because of their victory over the Reds, but they need to get it from beating the Mets to get at least that tonight by beating the Mets, and they could reduce their magic number to the division to 2. The Mets, on the other hand, need this win to keep Atlanta off their tails, especially when you consider Atlanta's got an easy series coming up against Miami starting on Friday. Ow. Let's get this bugger started. There you are. Yeah, 15-3 stomp. But in the last 17 games head-to-head, it's been 12-5 in favor of Philadelphia. While the starter ERAs have been pretty even, the X factor has been the bullpen, where the Phillies have doubled up on the Mets. ERA 259 to 528 from the pen in favor of Philadelphia. The Mets need to rectify this tonight. Mets, once again, no Francisco Lindor due to the back issues. They'll have to resort to Mark Vientos at third, Luis Angel Acuna at short. At right, it'll be Schwarber, Turner, Harper, Strom, Castellanos, Stott, Real Muto, Marsh, and Stevenson. DH, short, first, third, right, second, left, catching left, and center, respectively. So let's get this fucker underway, folks. As I was saying earlier, Vientos at third, Angel Acuna at short, Iglesias at second, Alonso at first, Alvarez behind the plate, Winker in right, Taylor in left, center, that'd be Bader in my view, and Nimmo in left. Severino, 29 starts, 1 complete game, 6 record, 3.77 ERA. Opponents hitting 240 against him, but he got rocked last time out against Philly when he gave up 2 homers. Though he didn't get on the short end of the stick, he's got to be careful if he has to face Harper. Mets in their alternate black home unis, something they only say for Fridays, but then again, they're on national TV tonight, so I don't mind them being on tonight. And speaking of which, let's change the color scheme. From this to black. There we go. Vic Calapazza, the crew chief at second. Adam the Mamarian behind the plate. Edwin Mosco in at first. And I don't know who's at third. Or doing the umping. Doing the officiating. MH, will you fuck off? Kyle Schwarber leading off. 252 batting average, 14 leadoff homers, single season record in the majors. First pitch underway, and first pitch is high and out, ball 1. You see Nemo on left, 1-1. That's popped foul and went to the outside. Caught the edge of the strike, 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Swung and a miss and one hot at some high heat, 1-2. Schwarber cut under it, 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Too high, 2-2. Schwarber wasn't biting on that pitch. Two pitch. Sit down. Caught me. Tipped it into the glove. 1 out. It's another high heat that curves in. Well, it's a breaking ball, they say. Either way, 5 pitches, 1 down. Here comes Trey Turner. 18 homers, 56 RBIs, 299 batting average. He has spent a bit of time on the shelf. Takes a curve in, 1-0. 0-1. Strike 2. My TV feed is fading in and out, so forgive me if I don't know what's going on. Here's the 0-2. Low and out with the slider. 1-2. Swung on and missed at the low stuff. Strike 3. Severino struck out 2. To start the game. Here comes the man that haunted Severino most of the last few days. Bryce Harper, a known Met killer, whether he's been in Washington or now in Philadelphia. He nailed 2 off. He hit a pair of opposite field shots off Sevy the last time he faced him. Swings and misses, strike 1. And those 2 homers were catalysts to get the Phillies back into that game and eventually win it. Takes one high off the edge of the strike zone, 1-1. Missed high again, 2-1. Hmm. 2-1 pitch to Harper. That's hit, but he fouls it back. Counts even at 2-2. Missed again. I don't even know why this ump's not calling that a strike. Full count. This guy must have a very wide strike zone. Fouled off again. And Severino and Harper are battling. Full count still. Excuse me. Payoff pitch. And ball 4. This ump is not giving Severino that high strike spot as Harper takes the walk. Wait a minute. He went around on that, you stupid ass ump. Anyway, here's Nick Castellanos. Ball 1. Or Alec Boehm, excuse me. Boehm has spent the last couple of dozen games on the shelf. He leads the league in doubles with 44 of them. So this is something you got to avoid. You don't want the double ball. That's fouled off, 1-1. Going into the seats down the right field line. Here's a 1-1. Strike 2. Damn right they have. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Popped up, hooking towards Alonso. Is he going to have room? No, it does not. It falls into the camera booth just outside the Met dugout. Next to the Mets dugout. 1-2. We'll do it again. High heat, way out, 2-2. And Severino is just forcing it out of the gate if he's throwing 21 pitches. The 2-2. Got him swinging. Sit down, bitch. So, a walk, and the Phillies strand a runner. No score through half an inning. Phillies nothing. Here come the Mets. Which he should have years ago. And selling their souls to the devil. The Mets will start with Iglesias, then Nimmo, Vientos, Alonso, Jesse Winker in right, G. Martinez DHing, Tyron Taylor at center, Francisco Alvarez behind the plate, and Luis Angel Acuna at short. Personally, I still say it should be Bader at center since he's a much more reliable hitter than Tyrone. Tyrone's good for getting doubles, but getting it over the fence, he's not that reliable. And here's Taijuan Walker. This is only his 18th start coming into this. 6.29 ERA, mostly due to an injury. This is his first start since the end of August. Met fans no stranger to him. Iglesias swings and misses, strike one. As he was part of the team in 21-22, and he was usually a Jekyll Hyde case when he was a Met. First half he would do fairly well, but he would taper off badly in the second half. Strike two. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Iglesias. Missed outside, ball one. Taijuan versus the Mets, 1-3 record, 3.18 ERA, 196 batting average. Ground ball up the middle, scooped up by Turner. He fires and gets Iglesias one down. Here's Brandon Nimmo. Takes one outside, ball one. Of course they weren't. They're criminals. Popped up. No, he swung and missed it. 1-1. Must have gone foul. Nimmo this year, 227 batting average, tied for second in the National League with walks at 77, 20 homers, and a career best 81 RBIs. Got 3 of them last night off me in Washington. That's line to right field, but it's foul. Two and two. Where is everybody? Yeesh, 17-3. That's a fucking football score down Miami. And more than half of that is from Shohei, but that's not a shocker. 2-2 pitch. Full count. Nimmo fouls that one to the backstop behind the plate, and we'll do it again. Pay off again. Foul down the left field line. Nimmo doing the Harper tactic. He's fighting off. This is going to be pitch number 8 of the at-bat. Here it comes. That's popped up. Right field. Castellanos under it. And he'll make the catch. 2 down. Mark Vientos up next. 270 batting average, 24 homers, 65 RBIs, and a .516 slugging percentage. 6th in the league. Vientos drives one left field down the line. Gone! It's out of here! Number 25 for Vientos, and the Mets draw first blood. If it hits that black matter over the fence, that's a homer, and that's what we saw. Hit off the bar, and the Mets jump out in front. Let's go, Mets. First pitch to Alonso. Ball 1. Strike 1 as Alonso just eats a cutter right over the plate. 1-1 pitch. Alonso hits that one down the right field line, but it hooks foul. 1-2. True. 1-2 pitch. And Alonso hits one. Right field. Track. Whoa, it's out of here. Back to back. Number 34 for Pete. Vientos and Alonso go back to back, and the Mets go up 2-0. And it's the 100th home run hit at Citi Field this season. It was a cutter going away. Pete caught, snipped it out, caught it off the end of the bat, and over the fence to where Castellanos wasn't going to be able to get it in the Met bullpen. Let's go! Here's Jesse Winker. Swing and a miss, strike 1. For Pete, that's career homer number 226. He is only 17 off from passing David Wright and 27 from going past Darryl Strawberry. If he stays one more year, he might get it. 1-1 as I missed the pitch because of a fade out, because of a bit of a stack fade out. Winker, 14 homers, 58 RBIs between his time in Washington and with the Mets. That one's low and out, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Outside, 3-1. And now Walker is forcing it. Essentially, both he and Severino have thrown more or less the same number of pitches in this inning. Or thereabout. Outside, ball 4. And after getting the first 2, Winker has lost his last 3 batters he's faced. Back-to-back homers by Vientos and Alonso. And a walk to Winker. And now the Philly pitching coach coming out to try to calm Taiwan down. Let's look at this homer by Alonso again. First pitch to Martinez, grounded to third. It's fair. Throw by Bohm, and he got him. And that ends the inning. But the Mets do draw first blood on a pair of back-to-back bombs by Vientos and Alonso. Through 1, Mets 2, Phillies nothing. With no mask. First pitch to Nicholas Castellanos, strike 1, as we're back to the game. That's hit hard by Castellanos, hooking down the right field line. It's going to go foul, 0-2. Castellanos, 21 home runs, his second straight year with 20 or more. How many did he have last year? 24, 25, 26, 27? 0-2? Did he go? No! That was right over the plate, you dumbass ump! That time he got him staring at. It's number 4 on the night for Severino. He had 6 in the game on Saturday. Oh, God. 20-3 in Miami, but then again, it's the Dodgers killing them, so that's no shock. First pitch to Stott. Strike 1 on the inside corner. There with a heater. That's hitting the right field for a base hit. Stott's got a 1-out single. Yep. Here's JT Realmuto. Or is this Bryson Stott? No, Stott was the last guy up. It's Realmuto's up. First pitch to JT. Takes one low and out. Ball 1. 12 homers, 42 RBIs. He has spent close to half of the year so far, about 40% of the year on the shelf as JT due to varying injuries. Slow roll grounder. Acuna to Iglesias for one. Over the first double play. Vintage 643. And Luis Angel Acuna is just about as good as his brother when it comes to his defensive capabilities. No runs, a hit, nobody left. Through an inning and a half, Mets 2, Philadelphia 0. It's everyone. Well, duh, of course she doesn't. With only 47 to go. I say get the Israeli commandos involved, but whatever. And we're back. First pitch to, I believe that is Taylor, is low, ball one. Taylor, 7 homers, 34 RBIs, 247 batting average. Again, I question why Mendoza's playing him and not Harrison Bader in center. Taylor is more of a compulsive gambler when he's put in that spot. 1 ball, 1 strike. Takes one on the edge, 2-1. That's ripped foul down the third base line. Well, 2-2. Like I said, Taylor mostly brought in as a fastball hitter. He hit a lot of fastballs. 2-2. Ground ball up the middle. Turner will scoop it up. Fires. Got him. Do the Mets have a case for a challenge, though, is what I want to know. Let's take a look at this in the replay. Okay, Turner slides, gets the ball. Takes him a couple of seconds to get the ball out of his glove. Love on the spin. He's safe. He's safe. But Mets are not going to challenge. Strike one to Francisco Alvarez. Taylor looks safe to me. 3 homers in his last 6 starts for Francisco Alvarez. 9 homers, 38 RBIs. Takes a big cut at the cutter and missed. At the sweeper and missed. 0-2. I swear he looked safe to me on that one. 0-2 pitch. Outside on the sweep again. This time Alvarez doesn't bite. 1-2. Most homers by catchers 22 years old or younger. Johnny Bench, Pudge Rodriguez, Francisco Alvarez. Alvy about to be third all-time, second all-time at 35. If he can get at least 2 more before the season, 3 more before the season ends. 2-2. Two-two pitch. And he just stared at it, 2 down. Now here comes the kid who has been quite the spark plug in the absence of Lindor for the Mets, Luis Angel Acuna. 7-15 for Taiwan. That was his 1,000th career strikeout, the 563rd pitcher to get to that plateau. First pitch, strike 1 to Acuna. Luis Angel Acuna, 2 homers, 4 RBIs. That's a chopper. Turner's going to have to hurry. Throws. Got him. The Mets go down in order. On this day, he's trying to troll me. 2007, but I didn't start doing anything since until 11. Waiting for the third inning to start, and here we go. First pitch to Marsh, and he takes strike 1. Career high 16 homers, 56 RBIs, 253 ERA batting average. Severino swings and misses, gets him to swing and miss at a high heater, 0-2. Severino did calm himself down in the second inning, to where he only threw like 7 or 8 pitches to get out of it. 0-2 pitch. Looks high, but it's foul to the backstop. 0-2. We'll do it again. That's foul. Oh, 2 swung on and missed at the sweeper in. That's strikeout number 5. Sit down, Marsh. He doesn't. First pitch to Stevenson, who was a thorn defensively in the side of the Mets last time he was in the lineup. Ball 1 to Stevenson. And Stevenson pops this one up. Shallow left center. Who's going to get it? It's Nimmo, 2 down. Here's Schwarber, who struck out his last time at bat. First pitch takes a high sinking heater, strike 1. The rate this is going. 1 pitch, popped foul, going behind the screen, behind the plate, 0-2. Yep. 0-2 pitch. And low and out. Low and in. 1-2. Schwarber didn't swing. One, two. Ground ball off Severino and in the center for a base. Off Severino's glove and in the center for a base hit. So the tying run now comes to the plate in the form of Trey Turner. Let's recap what happened earlier today. Shohei Ohtani, 50-50 club. First member of the club in Dodger history. Went 3 for 3, 2 stolen bases, 10 RBIs in the night for the Dodgers, and they crushed the Marlins 20-3. Turner takes a high sweeper, 1-0. Brewers clinched the NL Central, third time in the last 4 years. Yankees and Guardians clinched today. Both teams missed the postseason last year. That's gone. Into the second deck, tie game. And compounded run crippled the Mets yet again. That's number 19 for Turner. And now Severino's got no choice but to face Harper. Fed him a cookie. And Turner made him pay for it. He wasn't falling for that pitch twice. A high and up slider that just didn't break. First pitch to Harper. Cutter goes nearly nicks him, ball 1. That's hit to left. It's playable, though. Nimmo's under it, and that ends the inning. But the Phillies knotted up. 2 runs, 2 hits, nobody left. Through 2.5, we're tied at 2 at Citi Field. Yep. Yep. Which was bullshit. Mhm. Here's Iglesias. He ground out his first at bat. Oh, 2 ball. 0-2 to Iglesias. I'm a bit distracted. Sorry, folks. 0-2, and he goes down looking at it. Oh, it's a 1-1 count. 1-2 count. Now it's fouled. Can someone fix that on the Fox Network thing? It's 1-2, nobody out, not one. And Iglesias lines one in the left center for a base hit. Could someone fix the Fox thing? And of course, the Dodgers have clinched their 12th straight playoff berth. Fuck that team. We all know they're all going to fall because of Davey Roberts having to be forced to rely on a pitching rotation that can't get the job done because of the litany of injuries it suffered. Iglesias is now hit in 14 straight. Thank you. Here's Nimmo. And Nimmo socks one left, right center field to the track, to the wall. It is gone! The Mets regain the lead on Nimmo's 21st. For the 2 Mets. As quickly as the Mets give the lead up to a 2-run, allow the Phillies to tie the game, Nimmo responds and gives them the lead back. Walker fed him a splitter, and he got it. And he took it all the way to right center. Stevenson was not getting that one with the path he took to get to the fence. Vientos hit the first home run that the Mets got on the board with. Takes one that nearly hits him with a sinker, 1-0. That's fouled down the left field line, 1-1. Run differential the last 93 games for the Mets, plus 125 compared to a minus 41 in their first 59. The best turnaround in the majors. Ball 2. 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1. On the cut fastball. And that's outside, ball 4. Once again, three batters in a row. Walker's having a bit of having some issues with. Here's Pete Alonso, who hit a solo bomb back in the first for his 34th RBI homer of the year. That one's outside, ball 1 on the sinker. The political ones, not the New England ones. Strike one. Hmm. 57 minutes and 26 seconds. Huh? 1-1 pitch to Alonso. Ground ball, scooped up. Back to second for one. Over the first, double play. 5-4-3, round the horn. DP for Philadelphia. If you're Rob Thompson, you don't want Walker to get too rattled. I mean, he's given up 3 homers and 4 runs on 3 long balls. At the very least, that double play does mitigate collateral damage. Here's Jesse Winker. And Winker pops it up. Shot first base side. Harper makes the catch. First pitch pop out. That's been one of my main complaints with Winker. He has a tendency to chase on the first pitch. But nonetheless, the Mets recapture the lead by getting those 2 runs back on a 2-run bomb by Nimmo. Through 3. Mets 4, Phillies 2. Mets and Phillies and Mets. What's the score? 4-2 New York. Back-to-back homers by Vientos and Alonso in the first. Turner tied with a homer in the top of the third and the bottom. They only had 2 runners to get Mets to lead back. $20-4 was the score in Miami in favor of the Dodgers. I need to do one of those awful coaching style videos on Shohei and how much of a beast he is, both with a bat and on the paths. And who knows how long until his Tommy John recovery allows him to pitch next season, which would be an even more frightening combination. Keep in mind, he spent almost the entirety of this year with a bat, never with a glove on his hand. In his hand and never with a glove on it. In any case, here's Alex Bohm. Ball 1. Bohm struck out the first time he was at the plate. Swing and a miss at the high heat. Strike 1. That's fouled off by Bohm, 1-2. If the World Series, if the playoffs were to start today, the Mets would be going to San Diego, Arizona would be getting Milwaukee, and we're having a playoff preview for those living in the desert or in the Great Lakes going on the other side of this broadcast. In the National League, 1-2 foul off again. While on the American side, the Yankees would be the 1, Cleveland would be the 2, Baltimore would be getting Kansas City, and the Astros would get either the Tigers or the Twins. 1-2. Ground ball snatched by Severino. He'll fire it to Alonso. 1 down. Let's look at the Phillies' season so far this year. The first half, they went 62-34, top in the league, second in ERA, third in runs a game. But since the second half started, they are 8 under, fourth worst in the league. And since then, 17-7 in the last 24. Swung and missed by Castellanos. However, since the All-Star break, that just means Philadelphia's record is a somewhat paltry 29-27. Ball 1, I believe, if the math is correct. If the math is correct. Castellanos grounds one up the middle into the gap, base hit. Nimmo will scoop it up to cut Castellanos' advancements to second off with a single. Oh, 29. It's 29-27. Then the last 56 for Philadelphia. Here's Bryson Stott. He singled in the second, but he got picked off in the double play. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. That's pop foul. We'll do it again. 0-2. 0-2 now. Popped up. Third base side. Alvarez looking to get it. Willie. And it's dropped. Miscatch error. I'm not sure if that's going to be on Vientos or on Alvarez. Yeah, that's Alvarez's ball. I don't know why Vientos was coming in saying that he was going to catch it. Vientos should just back off, and instead he keeps coming forward and leads to an E5 on a miscatch. Seriously, Vientos, what the hell are you thinking on that, you dimwit? You half-wit? Either way, we'll do it again. That's fouled off again to the backstop. We'll do it again. Oh, 2 pitch. Outside, 1-2. Seriously, Mark. Could have just let Francisco get it instead of trying to call him off and let yourself get, you idiot. 1-2 pitch. That's fouled off to the backstop. We'll do it again. Stott is fighting on this one. I'll give him that much. Come on, Luis. Get him to chase. Don't throw it high. Go low. Popped up, and that's going into the seats behind the plate. Stott's not going down without a fight. This is pitch number 8. Sit down! 2 away. Best records this season. The Phillies are half a game ahead of the Dodgers, 2.5 ahead of the Yankees, 3.5 ahead of Milwaukee, And I'd say 3.5 ahead of Cleveland. Ball one. JT Realmuto grounded into the double play that ended the second. Let's see what he does here in the fourth. That's fouled off. Other games going on right now. The Brewers are being no hit by the Diamondbacks, but on the other hand, there's no score. Though the 2-1. Though the Diamondbacks do have 3 hits. Cubs and Nationals tied at 1 through an inning and a half. Rays up 1-0 on Boston through 5.5. That's outside 3-1. And now it looks like Sevy is laboring here. Pirates lead 1-0 over St. Louis in the bottom of the fourth, but the Cardinals are threatening with 2 men on, nobody out. 3-1 from Severino to Realmuto. Ball 4. I don't know why Sevy was playing cute there, but now he's bringing the go-ahead to the plate. Seasons with best record since 1901 for the Phillies. 2010, 97-65, lost in the league championship to San Francisco. 2011, 102-60, lost the divisional series to St. Louis, I believe. I believe it was either Milwaukee or St. Louis that year. This year, they come in at 91-61. Who knows how it's going to play out? But the last 2 times it's happened, they've let their heads get big and they've blown up. Here's Brandon Marsh. Marsh with runners in scoring position this year, 245 batting average, 4 homers, 39 RBIs. You could use one, if not all 3, here. Sevy is looking for a damn strikeout. Sums up with the pitch com on Alvarez's end. First pitch. Line to left, fair ball, base hit. Nimmo will cut it off. So it's an RBI single, and it's now 4-3 in favor of the Mets. And like Walker at the start, in the bottom of the third inning, Severino's struggling with the last handful of hitters here in the fourth. Strike 1 to Stevenson. Strike 2. But at least Cal has shown his defensive capability in center. Popped up. Left field. Who's going to get it? Nimmo? Yes. But the Phillies do cut the advantage back in half. Do get one to cut their disadvantage in half. 3.5 complete. New York Mets 4, Philadelphia Phillies 3. Question here is, how long is Sevy going to hold up? Because once he's out of the game, you know full well what's going to happen. Mendoza is going to be the bonehead that he is and try to gamble with the bullpen. Whether that means bringing in Buto, whether that means bringing in Metan, Brazaban. Well, he can't really bring in Metan or Brazaban. They pitched yesterday. Could be the Young brothers. It could be Ottavino. Could be Garrett he brings in. But as long as he doesn't do anything incredibly stupid like he did that basically cost the Mets the series against Philly the last time. And let's also keep in mind the Mets haven't beaten the Phillies when the Mets are the home team. All three wins they have, the Mets have gone as a road squad. Because of Carlos Mendoza's incompetency when it rears its ugly head. First pitch to the end to Martinez, and he takes strike one. And Martinez gets plunked. Got him right on the elbow. Got him right in the forearm, in the upper part of his arm. JD's lucky he's not a fielder, so an injury there shouldn't be too much collateral damage. Taijuan threw 3 innings, 4 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, and a strikeout. All 4 runs given up by way of the long ball. And while this man's not really a long ball threat, he is one to get guys down the base paths in Tyrone Taylor. Ball 1. And when you consider how many pitches it took for Severino to get out of the 4th, this could be an advantage for Taijuan. 1-1. Especially when he's going up against some relative free swingers. Ruiz warming up in the pen. I forgot. Walker's not much of a starting arm these days. He's more of a bullpen arm. 1-1 pitch. In the dirt, 2-1. I actually forgot about that. Taylor grounded out in the second. And when you know that JD is not that fast of a runner, this is double play ball possibility if he can trick Tyrone to hit on the ground. Ball 3. And now this is a situation that, believe it or not, works to Tyrone's advantage. Why? Tyrone is a free swinger when he gets this far ahead in the count. In other words, he'll chase anything out of the zone with reckless abandon. Payoff, 3-1, ball 4. It's another walk. And Rob Thompson is in a conundrum. Football Friday tomorrow night. It's the Fighting Illini, the 24th ranked Fighting Illini against the 22nd ranked Cornhuskers. Illinois against Nebraska. A classic Big 12 rivalry. A Big 10 rivalry. Or is it Big 12? I don't remember. I can never get it straight. Here's Francisco Alvarez. Low and away, ball 1. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Plunk batter and a walk. Low in the dirt again, 2-0. And now Walker is forcing it. Walker could go off speed here. Here comes the... That one is... crushed! 3-run bomb by Alvarez. 7-3 Mets. Left field, second deck, bomb! Fourth bomb given up by Walker, and the Mets now lead by 4, 7-3. But don't let your foot off the pedal, boys. High fastball. You feed Alvarez that, you're giving him a cookie. Boom! Angel Acuna takes strike 1. Swung on a miss, strike 2. For Alvarez, that's home run number 10 on the season. 0-2 pitch. Bounces into the dirt, 1-2. And he gets Acuna chasing him one in the dirt. A sweeper low and out. Strike 3. First out of the inning for Taijuan Walker. But not before hit batter, 5-pitch walk, 3-run bomb to left. Curveball to Iglesias, strike 1. Iglesias at least keeps his hitting streak intact at 14 games. He extends his hitting streak to 14 games. That one almost hits him, and the splitter almost hits him, 1-1. Strike 2. Slow chopper foul. You gotta wonder how much longer Walker can handle this. Ground ball, but it's foul by Iglesias. But Iglesias fouled it down the third base line. 1-2, we'll do it again. But trust me, the hammer's not been brought down just yet on the Phillies. I've seen the Mets kind of take the foot off the throat in these situations a couple of times. Ball 2. If you remember last Friday, they did the same thing to the Phillies and won 11-3. Blame that on bringing in Danny Young. Try to close it out with an 11-run lead when there was really no reason to. Slow roller. Bohm will scoop it up. Not in time. He should have just put that one in his pocket. Infield hit for Iglesias. I mean, seriously, when Iglesias has that kind of slow roller hit down the third base line, just scoop it up and stick it in your pocket, Bohm. You're not going to catch him on that. Or, better yet, you could have just let that one go, Bohm. Had you done that, it would have been a foul ball regardless. Walker's coming out. Ruiz coming in. We'll take a TV timeout. Bottom 4, 7-3 Mets. Runner on, 1 out for New York. Ball is crushed. Four long balls given up by Taiwan has done him in. He is on the short end of the stick for the loss. 3 1/3 innings, just over around 70 pitches, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks, 1 hit batter, 6 hits. The former Met got massacred tonight. Ow. It had no more than 6 coming here. Here's Ruiz, and he throws strike 1 to Nimmo. Jose Ruiz, 13 strikeouts, walks, 49 strikeouts, 3.52 bat ERA, 47 innings pitched. Pretty good clip for a long to middle reliever. Nimmo, 2-run homer back in the 3rd inning to put the Mets back in front. 1-1 pitch. It's fouled off to the backstop behind the plate. We'll do it again. That's for sure. 1-2 pitch. Nimmo fouls it off. Going on right now, it's now 2-1 in favor for the Nationals over the Cubs, following a 2-run double by, well, now it's 3-1 as 10 to just add a single. One, 2 is low, 2-2. It's now 3-1 Washington over Chicago at Wrigley. 1-0 Tampa over for Boston in St. Pete. Cardinals have tied it in St. Louis through 5 against Pittsburgh. The no-hitter has been broken up for the Brewers. Against the Brewers has been broken up. So no score, but Arizona's threatening. 2 men on, nobody out in Milwaukee. Anaheim draws first blood on a Taylor Ward ring leadoff. Off Yusei Kikuchi. Payoff pitch. Nimmo grounds it through the line. Fair ball going to the corner, right base hit. Iglesias barreling his way home. The throw to the plate will not be made. It is 8-3 Mets. RBI double for Nimmo. Fun fact, this is the most the Mets have scored in any of my game calls that I've done for them. Over the 3 years since I started this little business in 2022. That's RBI number 84 for Nimmo. Alonso waits on deck. Vientos up next. Mets are just pouring it on here in the 4th. They had a 9-run 4th last night. They've got a 4-1 run 4th inning here tonight. Vientos up the middle, base hit. Nimmo coming home, and he will score. No throw by Stevenson. 9-3 Mets. RBI single for Vientos. Braves beat the Reds 15-3. Dodgers clobbered Miami 20-4. and the Mets up in the fourth, 9-3, and there's still one out, and here comes Pete. Ball one on a curveball. He's not going to chase that, at least not lately anyway. 34 homers, 87 RBIs for Alonso, even though he's only hitting 247 this year. One of his worst outings since the COVID season. That's way up high, 2-0. He can at least get to 95 RBIs if he's patient enough this year. Ball 3. Did that one hit him? No, they're going to say a strike. It bounced out of the glove, and then it hit Alonso. Okay, that's fine. But looking at this packed near 37,000 Citi Field tonight, here's the 3-1. Up high, ball 4. And Alonso moves to first with a walk. And Thompson will come out to try to calm Ruiz down.
Something off speed, even though he's behind 2-0.
Winker waits on deck. He's walked and he's popped up. Record by month. Mets were 15-14 in April, 19-9 in May, 16-8 in June, 17-10 in July, 15-13 in August, 12-4 so far in September. You gotta admit their worst months were April, August, and May and August. Best month so far, June, July, September. First pitch to Winker. Low in the dirt, ball 1. And the reason I call April, May, and August their worst months. Well, March, April, May, and August, their worst months. The gambling and apathy of the bullpen from Carlos Mendoza. High and away, 2-0. That's foul. And we're getting some update from Ken Rosenthal on the Lindor injury. He isn't getting worse, but the progression is being slow from what we're told. With him in the lineup, the Mets are 317 and 272. Without him, they're 20 and 29. So there's a key difference. Swung and missed 2-2. Diamondbacks just took the lead on Milwaukee 2-0. I hate when the Diamondbacks do that. Fuck them to death. 2-2 to Winker. Full count. I mean, you gotta admit, for Atlanta, they were basically made the bitch of the Reds this year, losing 4-6. But in the final 2, they finally figured out how to hit off that Reds young rotation. Other games that went down today, the Blue Jays win 4-0 over the Rangers, and essentially this is more or less ready to knock the Rangers out of playoff contention. Granted, Toronto's already out of it when you think about it. 2-2 payoff pitch, outside, ball 4, bags loaded. And we back around as Allard, who was the starter last Saturday against the Mets, is getting ready to come out of the pen. That's for sure. Ground ball. Turner snubs it. They'll have no... And they got the double play. Hold on. Mendoza wants to look at this. Let's real time this. Okay. Dive. Slide down. They get Winker at second. That's one. Yeah, he's out. The ball lands in the glove before Martinez's foot before JD's foot hits the bag. It's a clean out. So the Mets get out. So the Phillies finally in the inning, but not before coughing up 5 runs, 4 hits, 3 walks. A hit batter, 1, 2, 3 walks. And the bags were left loaded by the Mets with 1 stranded. Through 4, it's the New York Mets 9, the Philadelphia Phillies 3. Three nothing Arizona on a sac fly by Christian Walker. As Toby Myers has been given the hook by Craig Counsell. Well, after 4 1/3. Severino threw 70 pitches through 4. Let's see how he does against Schwarber in the 5th. Strike 1. One just barely catches the top of the zone. Okay, Winker out of the game. Taylor to center. Pop up in the middle, short middle behind the mound. Acuna speeds in. He makes the catch. So we got a double switch for the Mets. Taylor to right, Bader to center. Winker out of the game after 2 walks and a pop-up. Up for him. 1 down for Severino. Trey Turner are up next. Turner and Marsh have the only bit of damage committed against Severino. That's a line shot to right on the first pitch. Taylor's under it, and he'll make the catch. 2 down. Turner hit the game at that point in time anyway, game-tying homer in the top of the 3rd to left center. No one was going to get it. Bell go dong on that one. Here's Bryce Harper. Again, this was the guy that basically caused the game to fall apart for the Mets last Saturday. And with a pair of Oppo tacos. He sent a solo to left in the 4th, and then a 2-runner that pulled the Phillies within 1 at the time in the 6th in that game. Let's see what he does here. First pitch. That's fouled off, 0-1. That's line foul. Goes to the backstop, 0-2. Popped up foul. Did he get him? No, he didn't. Ball one. Caught 2 outside the plate. That's grounded right to Iglesias. He'll flip it to Alonso, and that ends, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Sevy. Nothing across for the Phillies. 9-3 Mets. Through 4.5. Like I said, this is the most the Mets have ever scored when I've done any of these. Prior to this, it was the game before my birthday against Pittsburgh in 2022 where they got 7. Last year, they never scored more than 6 in any of the games I called. And up until this one tonight, they never scored more than 4. Whereas for the Yankees, they never scored more than 8 in any of the games I've called. And this year, no more than 5. Not so much fun when you're on the bottom, isn't it, Philadelphia, you little bitches? Troy Polamalu, for those wondering. Colby Allard now comes in. This is only his 6th appearance. Keep in mind, he was in as a starter the last time he faced the Mets. Got pulled after giving up 4 runs. Colby Allard now ready to pitch. Like I said, he was the starter the last game I called. 5 walks and 16 strikeouts. 21 innings pitched. Like I said, he's only a bullpen arm predominantly. That one's fouled off and it hits the ump in the face. And the recoil of the swing hits the ump in the face. 0-1. Oh, he swung and missed, and the ball hit him in the face. Thank God for those masks. 0-1 pitch to Taylor. Up and away, ball 1. Cubs have tied it up 3-3 on a 2-run bomb by Seiya Suzuki, his 21st. Ball 2 to Tyrone. I wonder if the Crew are getting division win hangover. Ball 3. Ball 4. And that's 6 walks for the Mets tonight. Big noon Saturday from Columbus. The Spartans take on the Buckeyes. Guys at 10. Oh, it's Marshall against Ohio State. My bad. I thought it was Michigan State. Whatever. First pitch to Alvarez. Did he get hit? No, he didn't. Ball 1. Alvarez hit a 3-run bomb to left field last time, and he is struck out. Fouls that one down the right field line this time. He was looking to go oppo taco. Something that Alvarez doesn't do with a lot of his homers. Almost all of them go to I've seen so far this year have gone to the left field. Gone to left field. Ball 2. Ball 3. This is going to be a long fucking game, folks. In the meantime, let's see how things are going between the Jets and the Patriots. I do want to stress, I'm not going to put the audio up on that one. 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss to full count. Which is odd. Payoff pitch to Frankie. Come on, Frankie, don't chase. And he doesn't chase. That's walk number 7 for the Mets. And for the Phillies, they're facing death via base on balls tonight. 4 long balls by Vientos, Alonso, Nimmo, and Alvey. Acuna gets one snagged, throws a second for 1. Safe at first! It's a force out. It's a fielder's choice. Stott saves a hit. Bohm takes at least a single away from Acuna. But that keeps the double play intact as a trade off. But Acuna being there does keep the double play intact as a trade-off for Philadelphia. Of them being safe. And here comes Candelita, Jose Iglesias. Okay, it's 7-0 Jets. Strike 1 to Iglesias. But now we're going to see Acuna's speed. Checks grounder. They've got Taylor in the rundown. They'll get him, and 1 out. Bad check swing by Iglesias. He'll get on via fielder's choice, but the Mets don't get a run there. Let's do a little checkup on Arizona-Milwaukee. That's the 2-run double. A single by Marte that put them up 2-0. Put the Diamondbacks up 2-0 on the Crew. They added a sac fly to that. Top 6, 3-0 Arizona. So instead of runners in the corners and 1 out, it's runners on first and second and 2 out for Nimmo. The Mets have never scored 10-plus in 3 straight games in franchise history since their establishment in '62. They got 10 on Wednesday night, Tuesday night, 10 on Thursday night, and they've got 9 so far tonight. That's fouled off by Nimmo, 0-2. And yes, none of the Met teams that have raked in runs have done that or won the World Series. Not the '69 Mets, not the '73 Mets. Even technically they made it the World Series, but they still lost to Oakland, but the point still applies. Not the '86 Mets, the '88 Mets. Nimmo hits this one to the left, but it's playable. Marsh gets under it, and that ends the inning. So the Mets blow the opportunity to truly bring the doors down through 5. Mets 9, Philadelphia 3. Going into the 6th. This is the thing about Twitch I hate. Let me see if I can get on my iPad. Let's see if I'm running into interference on my iPad with the game. Fuck you, Jason Kelsey. And for those wondering, no, I am not going to show what I'm looking at on my iPad in fears of getting hit with a copyright strike. Okay, first quarter's over. It's 36. Jets have it on their own 13. They're up 7-0. How they get that touchdown? Now is what I want to fucking know. Okay, Lazard 10-yard pass from Rodgers on the Jets' second drive of the game, which had a Braylon Allen 11-yard run, Braylon Allen 5-yard run, short pass to Ruckert for 11. Hall getting stopped nowhere, but Taval clocked him. Unnecessary roughness. Hall up the middle for 10. Incomplete to Wilson. 10-yard, 11-yard pass to Gibson, and then the touchdown pass. And we are back. Severino, 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, all of them earned, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. Strike 1 to Bohm. Strike 2. Yeah, we know that one of those bad pitches Severino threw was a cookie to Trey Turner back in the third that at the time tied the game. 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Sit out, Bohm. 7th K of the night for Severino. Mets looking to go to a season high 17 over 500. And at least briefly keep Atlanta off their net, off their backs. Strike 1 on the pitch, but in the sinker that doesn't sink to Castellanos. Castellanos single in the 4th and then was brought home by Bryson Stott. That's fouled off to the backstop. We'll do it again. And yes, I know I am wearing the City Connect, but my all black hat is too small for my head. Breaks the back, scooped up by Vientos, fires the first, got him! 2 away. And I only got this one recently for my birthday, so I'm breaking it in. In his last 10 starts, Jose Quintana 4-0 in his last 5. David Peterson 4-2 in his last 10. Shamanaya 5-1 in his last 10. That's what the Phillies are going to have to deal with over the next 3 days. ERAs all under 3 over the average of the last 5 to 10 starts between those 3 men. Strike 1 to Bryson Stott. This month, Mets starters, 177 ERA, 6.4 innings pitch. Pop up. Vientos calling Acuna off, and he's got it, and that ends the inning and retires the side. One link coming up, Man Cave.
What's good, bro?
Man.
See, the Mets are whooping. Ooh, Mets are doing their thing.
You can thank a 5-run fourth inning and Taiwan Walker imploding for that.
Yeah, I seen it. It was up 4-3. Then all of a sudden they had that. They had 5 runs. It's like the Mets are rolling, man.
Then again,
Happy,
I am a
happy
little
for them.
nervous. Then again, I'm
I
a little
know.
nervous. Mostly because when they've gotten a lead this big, Mendoza has had a bit of a bad gambling habit where he takes the foot off the throat.
Mm-hmm.
And the gambling is usually seen in the bullpen more so than with the lineup. You saw
Mm-hmm.
almost the entirety of March, April, and May where he gambled and it blew up in his face, which led to that atrocious start this year. You're losing 35 of their first 59.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a difference. The Mets played much better this way compared to last year when they had all those stars or vets on their team. They got rid of all those stars. Now they play much
And
better.
in fairness, they were also dealing with a litany of injuries.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really put most of the blame on Buck, even though I did call for him to be pink slipped. In hindsight, I shouldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like Terry Collins in 2017, Buck had a lot of injuries he had to deal with. The only difference between him and Collins is Collins actually was going to leave the end of that year, win, lose, or draw anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you still got Francisco Lindor, still got Pete Alonso.
Too bad Lindor's out with some back issues.
I know.
But at least Luis Angel Acuna has been doing a good compensation.
Yeah, how's the pitching been so far? Who's the best? I mean, I know Luis Severino's over here. How's the pitching with him?
Going good so far. Vientos up first to lead off the sixth, strike one, and he got the scoring started with that low line drive home run.
Mm-hmm.
Vientos is also singled and he's walked, driven in two. Way upstairs by Allard, 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Talking about a role reversal. I mean, last game between these two I called, Allard started and Walker was the shutdown pitcher. This time the roles are somewhat reversed.
The roles are reversed.
Just missed getting him looking 2-2. And when you think about it for tonight, it's been basically death by walk for Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
Something that the Mets have been bitten by too many times this year. Swung and a miss, strike three, 1 down.
Yeah, that strike two pitch, that was a low pitch. That pitch was low. I don't know how they call that a strike, but
Alonso, if he hits a homer right now, he'll tie Aaron Judge for most homers since 2019. Judge has 227. Pete, his whole career, 226. Including tonight's solo bomb.
Wow.
There's ball one. On the curveball. My main problem with Pete's hitting approach this year is he took his agent's words too much to heart.
Mm-hmm.
And it's done him more harm than good. Trying to be an Aaron Judge copycat.
Right.
I mean, why else has he not won the Derby the last 3 years? 1-1 pitch. And he pops this one up. Stott under it. He'll make the catch. 2 down. If Pete can make it to at least 90 RBIs, I say give him another year.
Mm-hmm. They took the apple away in the outfield when they hit the home run.
No, it's still there.
It's still there. Yeah, I always used to like seeing the apple go up and down.
Here's Harrison Bader, who's in for Winker.
Harrison Bader, the former Yankee?
Yeah, there was a double switch. Bader's in its center. Tyrone got moved from center to right. It's kind of a habit of Mendoza when he puts Winker and Taylor in the lineup.
Mm-hmm.
After like 2 or 3 at-bats, he'll take Winker out of the game. I don't have an issue with it, just a heads up.
Mm-hmm.
0-1 pitch, line up the middle base hit in the center for Bader. You think I do these calls a little too straight laced at times, man cave?
Nah, man, you great, man. Just do what you keep doing, man. Calling a nigga great.
I mean, I have a friend who's part of a Jets Tuesday and Saturday show. And he calls me like YouTube's version of Bob Euchre. First
That's a,
pitch
yeah,
to JD, strike one at the knees.
that's a good thing, man. That's a good thing, man. You need some color commentators, man. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep,
that's good. That's a great thing, man. You don't want to be bland or boring,
found
man.
off. 0-2. Martinez got plunked in the fourth, and he scored on the Alvarez homer.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like it's Darren Young. It's either Danny or Alex Young getting ready in the pen for the Mets. And downswing goes JD.
JD Martinez.
Former Red Sox and Dodger. No runs, a hit. Here comes Danny Young. Let's see if he doesn't fuck it up like he did last time.
Well, it's good, people. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Share also to all social media platforms. Subscribe to the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. Your boy Mets 2128. Also subscribe to the Man Cave podcast. Also G Nation Inside Sports, Big Pass Sports Talk, Unpopular Opinion with NYG. Coach
Nation
Edgar,
Sports.
Wales to New Jersey. Mac, the Giants fan. Classified 3F with Joel, and also Zion Zenith, and many, many more. And Coach Egglad and his amazing world of sports. Bringing you Mets contents, baseball, basketball, football, boxing, UFC, MMA, everything, man. We got it all covered for you, man. Just subscribe to
and coming soon, wrestling.
Coming soon, wrestling. So please subscribe to the Big Blue Crew Sports Network so you can get all your sports coverage and content. Hit that like button.
Granted, in my case, don't expect me to do WWE.
Yeah, that's good, buddy. Wrestling is good, man. And boxing, UFC, MMA is great. No, also gonna be doing soccer too, man.
When the World Cup hits in 26.
I mean, next year when soccer starts up, he's gonna do it a season. I think El Capitan, Ralph will do that.
Thank goodness that we didn't have to do the world. You didn't have to do the World Cup in 22. That thing was a nightmare to keep tabs on.
Right, it was.
Anytime it goes to Africa or Asia, it's a pain in the neck. I mean, if it's in the European colonies, nations, I don't have an issue. A 6-hour difference, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I mean?
Yep.
And I'm getting another political ad. I hate this time of the year when there's nothing but political ads.
I know, man. It'll be over another month and a half.
Earlier tonight received his Roberto Clemente Award.
Oh, okay. That's a nice award, man.
Ball one. Young facing Realmuto. Ball two. I do not understand the logic in bringing in Danny Young. I mean, yes, he's got a 195 opponent batting average, a 367 ERA, but this is the guy that basically cost the Mets the game last Saturday. Chopper down the third line, it's foul, 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why Mendoza gambled in a 1-run game to bring this guy in the seventh. This should have been that should have been Garrett's spot, not his.
Right.
When it's a 1-run game, more often than not, Reed Garrett is the better shutdown pitcher during the 7th or 8th inning. And this has been my biggest issue with Mendoza, the compulsive bullpen gambling.
Mm-hmm.
And in August, I was ready to strangle him to death for it. 3-1.
He's just ready to strangle him.
I mean, there were at least 5 games that his dimwitted gambling cost the Mets that month.
Mm-hmm.
against Anaheim, against Arizona. That's going into the corner. Fair ball. That's going to be at least a double for Real Muto, and he's going to make it to second easily. Against Anaheim, against Oakland, Miami, San Diego, and Arizona that month.
Mm-hmm.
He gambled, bringing in the wrong pitcher at the wrong time every damn game.
Yep.
And I'm not counting the Seattle series because the Mets just got their asses handed to them like that series.
No, at least the Mets are taking it to the Phillies. They've been competitive this year, though.
Yeah, but if there's one weakness in this series, in the last year and a half, the Phillies have exploited. It's been how bad the Met bullpen arms have been against them.
Mm-hmm.
In Showalter's case, he had to bring in the bad pitchers because of the injuries. Mendoza doesn't have that same issue, but he still brings in bad pitchers because he gambles a lot.
Yep.
Strike one. One to Marsh. Marsh has the only other RBI for the Phillies. It was a single back in the fourth.
Jason Worth?
No, that's Brandon Marsh. 1-1.
Brandon Marsh. Okay. Jason Worth he's gone, right? Worth is not playing baseball.
Yeah, he hung it up.
Okay.
And Weston Wilson now in the pinch hit for when it's Cal Stevenson's time up.
Pinch hitter.
Ground ball is foul. 1-2. Seriously, Mendoza, what possessed you to bring Young back out? I mean, hell, in this situation, I wouldn't have even minded Ottavino, and I've hated him all damn season. Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I think the Phillies got the best record in baseball.
Way
right?
outside 2-2.
Oh, they had the best record, right? The Phillies.
And they still got it, but it's only like by a half game over the Dodgers.
Oh, okay.
2-2 pitch. Outside again. Again, Mendoza. Why'd you bring this son of a bitch out of the bullpen? There's no logic to it.
Mm-hmm.
Line to right. And that hits the netting foul. Arizona leads 3-0 in the seventh over Milwaukee. And I'm thinking the Brewers are suffering a hangover after winning the Central Division title last night. For the third time in the last 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Payoff pitch. That's fouled off the foot of Marsh. And he's limping a little bit. We'll do it again. Let's look at the wild card standings. For a while, on August 1st, it was about a 7-horse race, but then the Pirates faded out, and then the Cubs snuck in.
Mm-hmm.
But today, it's now 2.5 for San Diego, a tie between New York and Arizona, and a game and a half from Atlanta. And behind them is Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Atlanta's only behind because of the injury to
Marsh hits one to right, and that's going to be a double off the wall, run coming home, 9-4. No, it's a single. Oh, it was hit too hard, and the carom was played cleanly. Never mind. But again, I question the logic. Why did you bring in fucking Danny Young? This is the guy who couldn't shut that door against Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and even when he did against them last Friday, he gave up 3 runs before he ended the game.
Mm-hmm.
We had a shutout in our hands that game, man cave.
Mm-hmm. I believe it, yeah. Hey, I know how it feels, man. You be right there, and then they bring somebody else in, and they just give a run right away.
Strike one to Weston Wilson. Now the Mets are moving their infielders back. I mean, in this case, sacrificing a run for a double play, I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah, you need a double play right here, though. You give up the run, but you need a
Did that
double
hit
play.
him? It did. Get this bastard off the mound, Mendoza! Get him off, you apathetic asshole!
Mm.
Caught him right on the outer ankle.
Mm-hmm. And a run comes in.
No, it's first and third. Bags are loaded.
Oh, bags. Bases
And
loaded.
this is why I hate it when he puts Young over Garrett. Because then Garrett has the pressure put on him. How stupid are you, Mendoza, to gamble like this? I know, I am beating a dead fucking horse here.
Mm-hmm.
But this gambling has got to stop.
Well, only good thing is the Mets got a 6-run lead, so
Yeah,
hopefully
but we've seen
I
them
know.
blow these kinds of leads before, Man Cave.
Mm-hmm.
And Schwarber's up, a guy who's got 7 career grand slams with a 241 batting average, including one of those 7 this year, 4 for 13 in these situations. And the ball gets away now. But thankfully, Alvarez is able to play the carom and no one's getting anywhere. Ball 1. Can we get this son of a bitch off the mound? How much of a hubristic asshole do you have to be to put your faith in this guy who has been horrible? Ball 2. Mendoza, you better pull him out, get him out of there, and soon. My credence is if a pitcher's in trouble, you get him out of there before collateral damage, not after it.
Kyle Schwarber, what pitches that gets him? Is it off speed? I mean, what's his weakness as a hitter? Curveball.
Yeah,
Slider.
Young has been throwing sliders. He just got him with a slider 2-1. Ground ball. Iglesias will play in the second for 1 to first, not in time. A run will come home. 9-4 New York. I don't know why. I mean, I get it. Sacrifice the run to get an out, but I wouldn't have played going for the 4-6-3 like that.
So now it's going to be 1 run score first and third with 1 out.
Schwarber will get an RBI out of it, but this year his bases loaded average drops to a 414.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you. You finally get your head out of your ass, Brass Mendoza. Garrett comes in, but the threat is still apparent. Top 7. 9-4 Mets. 1 out. Runners on the corners.
Hopefully he can come in and put the fire out.
Is Drake May in for the Patriots?
Is he really? Did he get hurt? I mean, did Brissett get hurt? Or
on Twitch saying he's worse than Bryce Young.
Yeah, let me see. Because I know Brissett was playing, but I don't. Huh?
He's not. But the Jets did get a touchdown, but they just gave up a field goal.
So it's 14-3.
Yes, 3:56 left in the half. Good game so far for Rodgers. 12-14, 135, 1 sacked once. Jacoby Brissett, however, get this. You want to know, he's 6 of 8 passing, but you want to know what his total yards are?
What, 20-something?
-1 when you take the fact he's been sacked 3 times for 25 yards into account.
Yeah. He's not having too much luck over there. I was just over there watching the game. Man, the Dodgers put it on the Marlins, huh? 20-4.
And Shohei Ohtani's now the Dodgers' home run king. First pitch from Garrett to Turner, strike one. 51 and 51, both homers and stolen bases for Shohei.
Mm-hmm.
See this, Mendoza? This is a guy you should put in when you have these sorts of situations. First and foremost, swing and miss, strike two. Why he keeps putting Young in over Garrett, I cannot figure out. I just can't.
Mm-hmm.
0-2 pitch. Low and away, low in the dirt, 1-2. I mean, can you figure it out, man, Cabe, why he does it?
I'll be the same way with the Yankees manager, man. These guys, they don't have a clue sometimes, man.
And what's worse is Aaron Boone's been doing this, 7 years now?
Mm-hmm.
Swing and a miss, sit down, Turner. But now here comes the guy who's been a Met killer his whole life, Harper.
Bryce.
And it doesn't matter if he's been in Washington or Philly. He's killed the Mets. And last Saturday's game was what chased Severino off when he was up by only 1.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Harper has been kept quiet so far tonight. Walk, fly out, and a double play ball. But this is a situation he's licking his chops for. That's fouled off, 1-0. The 0-1. Runners in scoring position this year. He is third in the National League with 345. 344, 2 outs and runners in scoring position. 500 with the bags loaded.
Hopefully Garrett could do the job and get him out.
That's driven to right center toward the gap. And Taylor's dive is not going to get. That's going to bring in 2. Bader falls, and this is going to. And it's a 2-run double. You see, Mendoza? This is what happens when you keep putting Danny Young in over Reed Garrett. You let them back in the game, you fucking asswipe. Game 3, your dickhead, Danny Young is not a 7th. It is not a late game pitcher.
Uh-oh.
And it's now 9-6, New York. See, this is what I mean by he takes his foot off the throat. And people wonder why I get on Mendoza's case for the gambling. This is a case in point for why I call him a dumbass, a compulsive gambler.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with a bullpen. And then why I want him gone early portion of the season. Strike 1. Want to casting up in the boom. So tell me this, Met faithful. Now do you believe me?
He said it's happening like deja vu.
2-1. Now do you believe me, Mets fans? This is why I cannot hold a lot of trust in Carlos Mendoza. He is a compulsive gambler with his bullpen. And when he gets a big lead, he tells the boys to take the foot off the throat. 2-1's popped up, right field. Taylor's under it, makes the catch, but 3 runs come home as we go to the stretch. 3 runs that would never happen if it was Garrett in there in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Mets 9, Phillies 6 through 6.5. Seriously, Mendoza, use fucking logic in these situations. Never put Danny Young in the 7th. Stop the fucking bullpen gambling!
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm having to take a dead horse, put an old horse out behind the barn, pump it full of lead, ship it out to the glue factory, only to take the corpse back and blow it full of lead again! Bringing bringing up this point.
Yeah, I'm about to stay with them, man. It's hopefully, and who's the closer for the Mets? Hopefully, he can come in and close it out.
Yes. Other games, Milwaukee's on the board after a solo bomb in the bottom of the 7th. So it's 3-1 in the 8th. Pirates up 3-2 over St. Louis in the bottom of the 8th.
Mm-hmm.
5-3 Chicago in the bottom of the 5th over Washington. On a ground out by Bellinger and a sac fly by Paredes, or however the fuck you pronounce that name. And the Rays beat the Red Sox 2-0. So the Sox are back under the 500 mark for the first time in God knows how long.
Thank God.
And everyone just left after my tirade.
He said, "Who?"
The audience just left after most of the audience left after my tirade.
No, they'll be back. He said they'll be back.
Oh, one
They
person.
come and go. They'll be back. It's like it fluctuates.
I know. But outside of a couple of Grassi Posse raids, I've never gotten more than 10 on any of these streams.
That's big.
Are you coming up?
Do you use your Twitter too, or no?
Not really, no.
No.
At the time, I was using StreamYard's free streaming setup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ball one to Taylor. Marsh now. Weston Wilson moves to left. Marsh goes to third. Swing and a miss by Taylor, 1-1. Oh, Marsh is now in center. My bad. 1-1 pitch, up and away, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Did he get that one? No, he didn't. 3-1. Question for the Mets is, do you bring in Budo or do you keep Garrett out there for the 8th? Ball 4 to Taylor. What would you do in this case when the 8th comes around, Man Cave?
You said, what are you doing in the case of what?
For the 8th. You keep Garrett out there or you bring in Budo?
No, you keep Garrett in there for at least one more and see if he has it. If he has it, then that way you can just bring Budo in the 9th, and that's about it.
Or bring in Edwin. Since they didn't use Edwin any of the last 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Alvarez, who had a 3-run bullet back in the 4th. That one, he has to jump out of the way of ball 1. Alvarez has walked, struck out, and 3-run bomb. They got him his 10th. Low and in the dirt, 2-0. I don't know why Alvarez is jumping out of the way of those or nowhere near hitting him. Here comes the Philly pitching going to try to calm Alvarado down.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was bad, but Danny Young's proven to be just as bad, not worse lately. I mean, I got on Ottavino's case early and kept pummeling Mendoza for why he kept bringing out Otto, but at least he doesn't use Otto as much, and Ottavino has basically toned it down sufficiently this year.
Mm-hmm.
And toned it down as of late. I.e. toned down how reckless he is. Sunday's games, most will get Eagles Saints, including myself. Others will get Packers Titans, Giants Browns, or Broncos Buccaneers in the early game. Most will get in the late game, Ravens against Cowboys. Others will get Lions Cardinals or 49ers Rams. For those wondering how I know I'm getting Eagles Titans on Sunday, I check the regional coverage maps.
You have the regional coverage maps?
Yeah. With the Panthers playing on CBS this weekend, I had to check the coverage maps to see which Fox game I'd get. And it's going to be Titans against Eagles. 2-1, up the middle. That's going to be a double play ball. Stott will stop it. The ball, and the throw takes Harper off the bag, and it's going to be a force out.
Wow. Off the bag. Yeah.
I mean, Stott, instead of just pitching it to Turner to get Taylor at second, he tries to run and to get the out, but he throws it way too wide, and Harper is forced off the bag, and Alvarez is safe. I mean, seriously, you flip that to Turner, that's a double play.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Luis Angel Acuna 0 for 3 tonight. Lines one to right field, base hit going into the gap. That's going to at least get Alvarez to third. No, they're going to chug him. Throw to the plate. Safe! And the Mets get one run back on an RBI double by Luis Angel. Triple by Angel Acuna.
Great job.
And for the first time in franchise history, the Mets have gotten 10 runs in 3 consecutive games. And here comes Candelita. Mr. OMG himself, Jose Iglesias.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you've heard the song, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of it? Good piece of Latin pop, isn't it?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Julio Iglesias.
And let's just say Iglesias has been a boon as a platoon second baseman. Whoa, that one almost, and third baseman. That one almost hit him, ball one.
Yeah, you want to hit him like, get the men on base, let the Mets get their runs back.
Iglesias fouls that one off on 1-1. 2 singles, and he scored twice. With runners in scoring position this year, Iglesias has hit a whopping 400. And this was a guy who was basically at the end of his career and decided to go into Latin pop music.
Right.
Ball gets away. Acuna is not going to take off as Real Mundo is quick to grab it. And he even performed OMG at the All-Star game. Game weekend in Dallas and in Arlington this year. Iglesias ground ball. Contact to get Acuna. He's out the plate. So 6-2 force out the plate. Fielder's choice at the plate. Iglesias will go to first. No run scored for the Mets. Tuesday, Acuna got his first home run as a Met.
Mm-hmm.
And then he hit a second one last night. And he gets an RBI triple. So essentially in his first 3 to 6 games as a Met, he's gotten a cycle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's definitely as much RAC's brother, RAJ's brother, as advertised. Here's Nimmo. Ground ball up the middle. Smothered by Stott. Throws to Turner to get the force, but the Mets do get one of those runs back. Lack of a double play, though, does screw over for Philadelphia. We go to the 8th. Mets 10, Philadelphia, and the Phillies 6.
Well, that at least feels good that they got their run back. That's great.
Yeah, but they still lost the inning.
Yeah.
I'm still going to strangle Mendoza when this game is over. Anyone with half a brain knows that if you have a pitcher that you bring in who can't stop collateral damage before you bring in the better pitcher, knows you're making a dumb gamble.
Mm-hmm.
And bringing Young in is a compulsive gambling habit move. I wonder who's going to be next for the 8th. Wesker Brazaban, Adam Ottavino, Ryan Stanek.
Yep. Well, now only thing the Mets just gotta close it out, man. Just close it out now.
You're telling me.
Because I know it's easier said than done, right?
Yep, it is. Especially when you're in a key playoff matchup tonight. It's going to be Stanek. He's bringing in Ryan Stanek.
He's bringing in Stanek.
Mm-hmm. He'll face Castellanos, Stott, and Real Muto at minimum. Out of the Phillies, the only one that's got multiple hits tonight is Brandon Marsh.
Yep. Hey, like I said, if he could just shut him down, man, that'll be great.
On the other hand, the only Mets that don't have hits at all are JD Martinez and Harris and Tyrone Taylor. Jesse Winker doesn't count as he was pulled from the game. First pitch to Castellanos. Swing and a miss at the sweeper, at the slider, 1-0-1.
He went fishing for that one.
Ball one on the next pitch. Two and 0. I don't know how that one missed. 2-1. I don't know how that ball missed. That looked like a strike to me.
Yeah.
Castellanos singled and scored in the fourth. Ball three. I swear sometimes these umps are deep in the pockets.
He said,
well, we all know sports are rigged by the refs in one way or another. The NFL and the NBA, the most guilty out of the four. Castellanos flies one to center. Bader backpedals towards the edge of the track, and he makes the catch. 1 down. Update on the Brewers and on the Dodgers. Oh, yeah, they're the Ohtani thing. Here's homer number 50. First Dodger to get to the 50-50 club. He is now the team's single-season home run king. Shohei, you've got my respect, kid.
Shohei Ohtani.
And imagine, he'll be back on the mound next season. He's been spending the whole year at the plate because of Tommy John surgery recovery. He couldn't throw because of the UCL.
Mm-hmm.
Strike one. But then again, with how hard he throws, the knife is always an inevitability. 1-1. Is it not?
Mm-hmm.
Bryson Stott at the plate. He's 1 for 3. Ball 2. I don't know why Stanek is constantly painting the corners, hoping to get that strike. Right with his heaters. I mean, I get he's trying to trick Stott to chase, but Stott's not biting. That one's Gibson to the dirt, 3-1.
Right.
Real Muto waits on deck. That's hit down the right field line. It's going to hook. Foul. Full count. Basically died about halfway down the line and then hooked into the seats. Didn't go, ball 4. The emergency. Again, this would have been Budo's inning, not Stanek's.
Mm-hmm.
I understand Mendoza wanting to give these guys a chance. But in these situations, you got to bring your A-game pitchers out, not your C-game pitchers.
Right.
Here's Realmuto. And that's something I don't think Mendoza comprehends just yet. Or if he does, he just chooses to regress back to this crap. Strike one. One on the high heat.
Yep.
Strike two.
All right, that's what you want. That's what we want.
Banks warming up in the Philly pen for the 8th. Throw to first to try to pick off Stott. Not in time. As far as I know, Bryson Stott's not that good of a base stealer, right? Yeah, I understand trying to pick him off, but that was a stupid move when you think about it. Because what if that ball overshoots Alonso and he gets to second, or worse, to third? 1-2, sit down, high heat, strike three, 2 away.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. Just settle down and get the outs, man. Salt this game away.
Realmuto swung over that one. Here's Brandon Marsh, who's been the one Philly that's been at least consistently good tonight. Ball one. One on the inside part. 2 singles, scored a run, and got an RBI. That's fouled off to the backstop, 1-1. I mean, I thought after the 4th inning, with how slow that inning was going, when this wouldn't end within 2.5 hours, within 3 hours. Strike 2. Fun fact, Man Cave, this is the best the Mets have played in a year that ends on a 4 since 1984. Of course, even then, they didn't make the playoffs because of the way the playoffs were structured that year. You had to win your division to get in.
Yep.
6 back of Chicago, if I remember correctly. 2-2. Of course, even if they did win the division, they would have gotten rocked by a high-caliber Padre team that season.
Right.
If the series between the Padres and the Cubs that year was anything to go by, right? Because that was peak Tony Gwynn Jr. Senior, right?
Yep, Tony Gwynn, yeah.
Or young Tony Gwynn. Rest in peace to the batting average king. Too bad his son hasn't been much of a chip off the block. Or never was. Stott takes off. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Sit down. So after a 1-out walk, the Phillies don't get anything out of it. 7.5 complete. New York Mets 10. Philadelphia 6.
All right, so one more inning. So now you're gonna leave it up to your closer to come in to get 3 outs.
I don't know. Up 4. I don't think they'll bring Diaz in. Rather ironic that the only 2 Met games that could be won tonight, they were playing against Pennsylvania this season. I've called playing against Pennsylvania teams. Because I called a game against Pittsburgh just before the break that they barely won that one. And for those wondering what the team stats were for the Jets and Patriots, first down, 17-4 Jets. Half for the Patriot first downs coming by penalties. 1 for 4 on third down efficiency to 5 for 7 in favor of the Jets. 252 to 40 Jets in total yards. And no, I am not making that stat up.
Mm-hmm.
The only place the Patriots are beating the Jets in is gap discipline. 3 penalties to 45 yards for New England, for 45 yards for New England to 6 for 76 for the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
What game do you think interests you this weekend, man, Dave, in football?
Oh, football. You talking about the college or NFL?
Pro.
Oh, the pro game. Well, obviously the Giants and the Browns, but also the Vikings and Texans game.
What about Chargers Steelers? And they're showing the grimace seat. The fucking grimace seat.
What is the grimace? Is that supposed to be the good luck?
No, the grimace seat is a seat in the Citi Field bleachers, literally reserved for the McDonald's mascot. Ball one of the end. I'm not making it up. Many people say that when Grimace threw that first pitch against Miami back in June, it turned the team around. Tanner Banks on the mound for the Phillies to try to mitigate any more damage. Swung and missed, 1-1. And they brought it back for the series against Washington on Monday, which happened to be my birthday, I might want to point out. And they put a seat, a purple seat, reserved for Grimace. I cannot make this shit up. Vientos 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs, a solo homer, and a single. 2-2. And believe me, I wish I was making that up, folks. That there's a seat in a baseball field for a fast food mascot.
Grimace.
1 and strike 3. Vientos down on strikes for the third time tonight. Second time tonight. Strike 1 to Alonso. Severino goes 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts tonight. He's in line for the win. 0-1 pitch to Alonso, swing and a miss, strike 2 at the heater. Alonso, solo homer, walk, double play, ground out. O2 pitch. Ground ball. Stott will scoop it up. Fire to first. 2 down. And here's Bader, who had a single back in his first at bat. Ground ball through the hole and left, base hit. So Bader's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles tonight. Tyrone Taylor is up next. What's your opinion of Citi Field, Man Cave?
Citi Field, Mets Stadium is nice. In Flushing's, it's nice. I mean,
any Met games I went to were all in Shea.
You went to the old stadium.
Yeah, most of them from elementary school field trips.
In
the spring.
Yeah. I used to remember going to Shea Stadium, Yankee Stadium. No, I've never been to Citi Field.
Neither have I. Last major league ballpark I went to was Great American out in Cincinnati. Swung and a miss, strike one. That was over 11 or 12 years ago when the Reds were actually good. Ground ball to third. Stutz Bohm grabs it, fires to first in time. 1 inning to go. No runs, 1 hit, 1 stranded for the Mets. We go to the ninth. It's the Mets 10 and the Phillies 6. It'll be Wilson, Schwarber, and Turner due up. Question is, if you're Mendoza, do you bring Diaz in or not? Because you want him in as soon as, because if you do bring him in, you want him in as soon as certain levels of collateral damage are reached. If you don't, you bring in Budo. Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Hey, 3 outs. 3 outs to seal the win, man. Just get it over with.
The Mets have been in this situation before. Or they've blown it.
He says, once you get the 3 outs, and you'll finally be relieved.
Yeah, you can't let a 10-run, 4-homer night go to waste.
Mm.
You know what I find depressing? I recently found out Taco Bell removed their breakfast menu.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I went by there last week wondering if the breakfast last Friday for breakfast, but instead they told the guy who runs the Taco Bell near me told me they ditched the breakfast menu with the exceptions of the coffee and the Cinnabon Delights.
Mm-hmm.
I hear Timmy trumpets. That means Diaz is coming out. First pitch. Swing and a miss. Missed of Wilson, strike one. Diaz's numbers have been a little sus this year, but blame that on Mendoza constantly bringing him out, unaware of a shoulder issue he was dealing with in April and May. And then a 10-game suspension over a bullshit claim of sticky stuff. Dude, it was sweat combined with a rosin bag from sitting in a caged bullpen in Wrigley, not spider tack. That's not sticky stuff. 0-2. Swung on a miss. Sit down. Down, press Wilson. 1 down, 2 to go.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, seriously, why do umps call sweat mixed with rosin sticky stuff on the glove and hands? Sweat's a natural part of the game.
Yep. Hey,
Here's
well.
Schwarber. Strike one on the corner. Iglesias has been moved to third. That means Eddie Alvarez is at second. Foul off. And for those wondering, the Mets got Eddie Alvarez off waivers predominantly as a utility piece, more known for the glove, not the bat. Bond 9, 5-1 Arizona up in Milwaukee. So everyone's staying pat if the Mets hold the win tonight.
Mm-hmm. Schwarber got 35 home runs on the season.
That's popped up and foul. We'll do it again. Yes, again, I know I am wearing the damn City Connect hat. But my old Mets in black hat is too small on me these days. Fouled off. What's your opinion of the Mets City Connect gear here, Man Cave?
You said the City Connect uniforms.
What's your opinion of them? They're in their black ones tonight.
I mean, I've always liked the black uniforms for the Mets. Anyway, I like that.
So the City Connects are ugly in your opinion?
No, the ones they got on tonight, no, those are great.
But I'm saying the ones on they use on Saturdays at home. Swing and miss on the slider, strike 3.
Yeah, I have to take a look at it and stuff like that. I don't know what color is it, blue or black?
Actually, it's gray.
Oh, it's the gray ones. Isn't that like the old school, like gray on gray, like what they used to play with back when Howard Johnson and them was playing?
More with a blackish hue. It's gray with a blackish tint to them.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Purple to the 7, with a purple on the top of the cap to pay homage to the 7-line train. Strike 1 to Turner.
Oh, I thought it was like the old, where Howard Johnson and those guys, Keith Hernandez, used to wear. Not that.
Slider swung and missed, strike 2, and the Mets are a strike away from taking game 1 of this 4-game set that they desperately need to keep in the wild card hunt and keep the second spot because they own the tiebreaker over Arizona in the season series. 0-2 pitch, line to right. Taylor's under it. Game over. Mets win 10-6.
Yes, sir. The Mets have done it. Now you can breathe a sigh of relief.
Stand up, Mets fans. Stand up. Mets keep their 2-game advantage over Atlanta. And barring a comeback by Milwaukee, they'll stay pat with Arizona. 2 and pull within 2. And pulled within 2 of San Diego.
Great job for the Mets. Great job.
Another good outing for me. I mean, yeah, I snapped a little bit in the 7th, but to be fair, can you blame me?
Nope, not at all, man. It's just, it's just emotional.
Tied for the best record in baseball with the Dodgers at 91-62. The Mets go to 85-68. So the Phillies will have to wait another day to clinch the playoff spot. And for the Mets, they now pull within 6 of Philly for the division. Not that really isn't much in the cards for the Mets. Mets finished 10 runs, 11 hits, no errors to the Phillies, 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Best hitter for the Phillies tonight was Brandon Marsh, 2 for 4 with a... Let's check the full box.
Brandon
Marsh with a pair of singles and an RBI. Phillies struck out a dozen times, 3 walks, 1 homer. To the Mets getting 8 walks on 5, striking out 5 times with 4 long balls, a double by Ruiz, a triple by Acuna. Harper had a double for the Phillies, as did Real Muto. For Harper, he got 2 RBIs to bring his total to 86. Trey Turner's is up to 58. Kyle Schwarber at 98. Brandon Marsh at 57. Nimmo got 3 to bring his to 84. Alonso got 1 to put his at 87. Alvarez with 3 at 41. Acuna RBI total goes to 5. Vientos with 2 to 67. Phillies actually did better with runners in scoring position. 3 out of 7 to 2 out of 7 for the Mets. Got more double plays turned, 2-1. Severino went 6 innings, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts on 86 pitches. He goes to 11-6. It was not a safe decision for Edwin Diaz. Taijuan Walker gets hit with the loss, going 3 1/3, 6 hits, 8 runs, 3 walks, 2 Ks, 4 homers on 71 pitches. But after he was pulled, it was calmed down a bit for Philadelphia. Jose Ruiz giving up a run, Jose Alvarado giving up a run, but each of the Philly pitchers gave up at least one hit. Crowd in attendance was 35,982 in a game that went 2 hours and 36 minutes. And that's it for tonight's broadcast. I'd like to thank Man Cave for coming in the last leg of the game.
No doubt, man. And people, please hit that like and subscribe button, man, for the Big Blue Crew Sports Network, as well as Mets 2128, the Man Cave podcast, and all the other Big Blue Crew Sports members. Like I said, NYG, Unpopular Opinion Sports, Big Lou, G Nation Inside Sports, Wales to New Jersey, Miz in the Midday, Big Pat Sports Talk, Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports, Classified 3F with Joe, El Capitan Raficho, Zion Zenith. And like I said, Mac the Giants fan and the rest of the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. Thanks for watching this broadcast, man. Thank you all. Please hit that like and subscribe button and also share on all social media platforms. And like I said, Mets 2128 will be bringing you more baseball contents and also wrestling once playoff comes. So please subscribe to the channel. Great channel. If you like his sportsmanship, his gamingship, man, show him some love by, subscribing to his channel. Hit that like button. All right.
Till then, goodbye and good effing night. Thanks, Man Cave.